Bonjour! Thank you for joining me today for Princess Storytime. Today I'll be reading from 3-Minute Stories, Bedtime Tales. Today's story is The Tortoise and the Hare, as adapted by David Presser. In the woods, there once lived a very slow tortoise and a very swift hare. One bright morning, Tortoise was plodding along at his usual pace. Suddenly, Hare came bounding up to him. "Good morning to you, Mr. Hare," said the friendly tortoise. "My goodness, you're moving very quickly today." "That I am, Tortoise," said Hare, "but I cannot say the same for you." "I am a very slow creature," Tortoise said, "but all the same, I would like to challenge you to a race." "Oh, Tortoise," said Hare, "I could have run a race in the time it took you to make that challenge." Then Hare started to laugh so hard that he fell over. Other animals heard the noise. "What's the commotion?" they asked. "This silly tortoise has challenged me to a race," said the hare. "He is so slow that I won't even have to try hard to win." The animals agreed on a course for the race, and Fox was chosen to act as the judge. When it was time for the race to begin, Fox called out, "On your marks, get set, go!" Hare darted off, leaving Tortoise behind in a cloud of dust. "Ha ha!" laughed Hare. "I'll show that old tortoise. He should have known better than to think he could beat me." Soon Hare was out of sight. After a while, Hare thought, "I am so far ahead of Tortoise that I think I'll rest here until he comes along. That will show him how foolish he is to race me." Hare stretched out on a very comfortable hammock and enjoyed a few tasty carrots. After he had eaten his fill, he felt sleepy. "Well, I suppose there's no harm in taking a little nap," Hare said to himself, and he soon fell fast asleep. Meanwhile, Tortoise was happily moving along one step at a time, enjoying the scenery of the race course. After quite some time, he came upon the sleeping hare. "Hello, friend owl. Hello, friend squirrel," Tortoise said quietly, so he would not wake the sleeping hare. Tortoise continued on, enjoying the sun and the warm breeze. Hours passed as Tortoise crept along, over hills and through the forest. He could see the finish line not far ahead of him, yet Hare still dozed away. Finally, late in the afternoon, Hare awoke. "Oh my," said Hare with a start. "How long have I been sleeping? I must get back to the race." "You'd better hurry if you want to win," hooted the old owl. "Tortoise passed by here hours ago." Hare was surprised to hear he had been asleep for so long. "I'd better get moving," he said as he darted off in a panic. Hare scampered along, scrambling to make up for the time he had lost because of his nap. Hare ran and ran. He went as fast as he could, but it was no use. When he ran over the last hill, he could see Tortoise ahead of him, crossing the finish line ever so slowly. "I declare Tortoise has beaten Hare," shouted Fox. As the animals cheered for Tortoise, Hare dragged himself to the finish line out of breath. "How could you have beaten me?" said Hare. "You are so slow, and I am so fast." "That is right, Mr. Hare," said Tortoise. "I may be slow, but I am steady, and I never stopped going. You see, slow and steady wins the race." Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Au revoir.